What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Coolin With TVP. Been a minute since I've been in the studio on the pod. Father's Day was the last episode, I believe. Salute to them fathers. Hope y'all had a good day. Been living a little bit of life and busy on the main channel. So, appreciate all y'all tuning in. Today, I got a good episode, I believe, anyway, for y'all today. I got my boy Scott back with me. What's up, Scott?
Hey, what's up? What's up, man?
Hey man, last time we was on, he was talking about old CC. Some of them folk ain't like when I said Angel Reese was having a better start, but you know, it's
She
been
hooping, man.
yeah,
So,
she is, and Caitlyn is too. I got you
oh, for
back on
sure.
here today, man, cause we're gonna talk about. I saw a clip on social media. I sent it to you, and one of my folks in the community has sent me this clip from Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to those folks.
Think that it's kind of messed up the club to
I
have.
think it messed up the club. I think it messed up the club. Absolutely. I'm taking my business self out of the equation at this point. A person who came up DJing in clubs when I was younger, I remember going out. You could bag a shorty at the bar. You know what I mean? At the bar,
What you drinking?
Yeah, buy her homegirls. 5 a round of drinks for them. And those days, you could take the shorty out to the dance floor, and y'all could dance and y'all could talk. There was more interaction before this bottle service section business model.
They were talking about bottle service, and so today we're gonna talk about bottle service. If bottle service, I believe their segment was in regards to if it's changed the culture of the club. How people like interact and socialize, and they had a couple good takes, but I actually wanted to talk about it, and we're gonna actually talk about why dudes is struggling to get girls nowadays, because fortunately for me, I just happen to be able to be in this Vegas promoter and host space to be able to, help people get tables. And, we began tables since what, 2014? Well, probably before that, at least 10 years or so now out
12.
in Vegas. 12. We began tables for
12.
a while in Vegas. So, as someone who knows me on a personal level outside of this internet space, wanted to talk about, your thoughts on that. So we'll start off with bottle service. Now, obviously we old. I tell folk I'm old all the time. Me in the late 30s make me feel old. I know some folk disagree, but we've done bottle service a long time, and so we'll just start. What do you think the effects of bottle service have had? We'll just say in general. We'll just go back the last. We'll say since what, the last. We'll say 7-8 years, I guess. Do you think that bottle service, because I definitely do, would you agree or disagree that it's become way more popular over the last 7 years than it was before?
For sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely way more popular. Because for a while, it's only meant for like the exclusive. But now people are more hunting to make sure they're getting bottle service, I think.
For sure, yeah. And they were saying that that social media has a big effect on that, which I do agree. I think social media has affected everything, and it's definitely encouraged people to want to get bottle service, and sometimes not even to just enjoy the club, but yeah, just the flex. But I do agree, yeah, and I agree with that it's become more popularized. But do you believe? I'm gonna let you go first. You think it's changed the way clubbing is? We'll go back the last 7 years. I don't want to go too far back to make it seem like no super old heads, but we'll say 2017, because I say 2017 was like peak, when Vegas was really starting to hit its peak right before the demic.
Yeah.
Do you think it's changed how people interact in the club, for the better, for the worse, or it haven't changed at all?
It's definitely changed. So I could definitely say that it's changed in some ways for the better and in some ways for the worse.
Okay.
Take, for example, Chateau.
Shout out
Was
Chateau.
when
Shout out Chateau.
Chateau was a clutch, man.
Shout out
But
Chateau.
when you think about this before, because they shut down, right?
Well, Chateau is for those who don't know, Chateau is the rooftop club at Parrot, or was effects of the demic. And folks on the main channel who know me truly as TVP, they know that was one of my like go-to spots. But they remodeled to, it's called Sherry now, so it's like a lounge. It's still not like, they consider it a lounge. But yeah, it's,
well, there's my point. There's my point. So you think about 7 years ago, Chateau, 7 years ago, man, it was once you had like the outer rim, which were the tables, and you had a few of tables just inside.
Right.
The rest was just open space.
Right.
There's open space for you to mingle, you for talk, dance, pull up on somebody if you want to pull up on somebody.
Right.
But now, I think the last time I went there, I'm gonna say about 60-70% of it was just straight bottle service tables.
Yeah.
So spacing has decreased a lot.
Okay. I can agree with that. Yeah.
And I think that played a negative impact because you're not going to be most people are not going to approach someone at the bottle service table if they're just, say, casually just walking in on the dance floor or
That's
at a bar.
fact. Yeah, that's
so it excludes you from a big part of the people who are actually going to clubs now.
Right. Yeah, I agree
I
with
think that has diminished a large part of it.
Okay. So is that the positive or negative way?
That's a negative.
Okay. How do you think, because you said you feel like it's both. So what's how you think it's helped in a positive way?
Well, in certain avenues, you might have a certain group of people who want to go out and just celebrate with their people and not be bothered by others, but they still want to be in the same environment.
Okay.
So in some ways, it's created a space for them to go and do that without feeling they have to be harassed by, say, it's a group of girls.
Right.
Like my girl, she brought up a good point. If she wants to go out with her girls to celebrate, say, a birthday or whatever, they're not going out to get hit on. They're going out just to celebrate, have a good time, have some drinks, listen to music, and people watch. That creates a safe place for them because people are not going to pull up on them so much. So that, in its essence, I think created a good environment for them. So I think that's, if you take situations like that, it's for like that group of people, I think that's where it actually has done some positive, because it might bring some people who did not go to clubs who want to go to clubs because they actually know they have a confined space without having to feel like they're being bothered by other people.
Okay, so you would say on a positive side, you think that bottle service has helped the club side because of like privacy or seclusion, giving people like their own space to be able to sit back and chill. Okay, yeah, I agree with that also.
Yep.
Now you use Chateau. Chateau is a good example. That was an effect by the demic, but I mean, to your point, because they changed operations. That's why that's why the tables were more so in the middle of the dance floor. But I get what your point was about that as the years have progressed, there have become like more table sections in the clubs. And I want to use Vegas versus your local city, because I try to tell people all the time that like, it don't matter what your local city is, it's nothing like Vegas. And so like bottle service in your local city is, you can get a bottle for like $200, $250, depending on a bottle. In Vegas, a bottle is starting $600-$700, so it's a totally different beast. But the principles is still the same. And so just through Vegas itself, I mean, within the last 7 years, clubs have changed or have upgraded, and bottle service has become more of a priority for people when it comes to socializing. But I think it's more on the social media side. So to your point about the negatives, this is how I feel about it. I think bottle service, it has become more popular, and I think it's become more social media because we in an era nowadays where everybody care more about flexing than actually being people. And so nowadays when people want to get a table, it's not even more about, oh, I'm trying to get a table to get some girls. I want to get a table so I can get on social media and show that we out here balling and we stunting, and most of these folks is broke anyway. So I think that's the one thing that table service in general has done, not even more so on the like mingling side, I would say just in general. Now, when we talk about mingling, I think it's a two-sided argument. I think you could say, like you said, bottle service has expanded, which means more people are in bottle service, or less people are like on the dance floor or at the bar. So I think in that regards, it's kind of, I guess you could say, pull some people away. And like you said, most folks don't even have, or we gonna keep it on the guys because girls is spoiled. They get their way. But most guys is not gonna go to like try to approach a girl in bottle service because, we kind of got this mentality that, oh, she in bottle service, she took, like she's not available, So it's like those options is automatically off the table. But I don't agree to the full extent that like it's ruined the club experience. And I say this because, and I want your thoughts on this, I think dudes is just scared like they always been. Like, most dudes don't have the heart to walk up and approach a girl. Most dudes don't know how to approach a female. And I remember when I was watching the clip, they were saying that like, back in the day, you could just walk up to a bar, talk to a girl, go to a dance floor and talk to a female, and even in 2024, and this applies to local cities, but especially in Vegas, most people in the clubs ain't in bottle service because they can't afford bottle service. So where they at? On the dance floor, in the walkway, or at the bar. And I don't think the increase in people getting bottle service changed the club aspect. I think social media has changed the aspect, because instead of you trying to talk to a female, people try to, you know, use being on social media as a wingman. Let me pull out my phone and, oh, we out here recording, blah, 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 hoping to like get one of the girls or something in the video or something like that. But I think dudes it's the same. I don't think it's changed at all. Especially as somebody who like to actually go to the club and not get bottle service. Like if I'm by myself or if I'm with a couple people, as you know, we'll do a party bus tour and go in the club. Like I ain't got no problem talking to a female. And I see a lot of guys like to hug up against the wall, and it's been like that since high school. You know, dudes be in the club just hugged up on against the wall, or they try to get their freshest fit and stand around thinking that, oh, I got on this designer, or I got on my fresh shoes and my fresh gear. Like these girls gonna come talk to me, and that's just not how the game goes. So I believe,
I said, yeah, no, I agree with all that. Like
Yeah.
I said, I definitely think that plays a big part into it. Like if you look on, like, say when we go to the club, and me and you, most time we're dancing, we're doing our thing. Yeah, we may pull our phone out a lot of times, but if you look around the club, all you see is
the phone.
that's all you see. That's all you see.
Yeah.
That's all you see, man. So, like, I mean, I definitely think you have people getting ball service just to flex.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, I think that definitely has a negative impact on it as well.
Yeah.
Because on the dance floor, you might pull it out at the same time, but at the same time, you might drop that phone. But you definitely see it a lot more in the VIP section.
Oh yeah, no, that's real. Now, do you feel like you need, and I guess we'll just get direct to it. Do you think bottle service is needed if you go to a club, do you feel like, oh, if we don't get bottle service, like our chances is slim to none to talk to a female? Like now compared to 7 years ago.
On me? Or are you talking about this?
No, I'm talking about you personally.
People.
Nah, you personally. We talking about us personally. We just said we
No
both
shot.
just agreed that most dudes not getting no girls in the club. Well, we gonna get to why dudes is failing specifically momentarily, but we basically just agreed that bottle service, you know, has put more girls in the tables and all of that. But we're gonna talk about us real quick, and then we'll talk about the guys. So you personally, do you think you need bottle service if you wanted to? Now, you know, I know you cuffed up and everything, but we just speaking just as a man. Like, if you wanted to go to the club and talk to a female, do you think the increase of bottle service would affect your chances of talking to a female more so
No.
now than 7 years ago?
For me,
Yeah, for you personally.
I would say no.
Why?
For me, I'd say no. Because think about this: when we go out, man, I normally will leave ball service to go on the dance floor or go to the bar.
Right.
So that's just me because I like being social. I don't necessarily like staying cooped up inside like the VIP section. I like being out there. It's nice to have somewhere to go and sit because your boy's knees are old. So hey, every once in a while you need to sit down for a little bit. But
Right.
as far as mingling, how much would they get out there and talk? I can't say it decreases or increases because I like to move around.
Right.
And you do the same thing. You like, hey, I'm gonna go out there, see what's going on out there.
For sure. And that was the one thing that I, you know, and I didn't listen to that full segment, but the topic in general, because like I said, this was sent to me by somebody that I'm cool with in the community. So we talked about it a little bit. But I was like, I think this would be a good conversation to have, especially as amongst us guys, because as much as I love my ladies, like this is really like a non-factor to ladies because this ain't got nothing to do with them. Most of the time, they not getting bottle service. They getting pulled in the bottle service. So it's not going to really affect them. And they being hunted anyway. Most people going to the club to talk to the girl. So all they got to do is show up. Now, me personally, that was what I was going to touch on. I always tell everybody, I always try to operate because I am a normal human being. I know, you know, I got on this internet space and, you know, I've started to create a business. So I do Vegas stuff and all of that. And people know me being online. But I'm like, if people have never seen me on the internet, I'm just a regular everyday guy. And I love that. I hope it stay that way as long as possible because I love being in the normal space. But even if I have bottle service, as you said, I'm going to the dance floor anyway. One, because you got to go talk to girls. Like, dudes getting bottle service because they want to get girls. Like, I feel like the dudes who use bottle service to get girls just don't know how to get girls. Like, it's just another, you know, ploy to try to hype yourself up. But I feel like you can do better going to the dance floor to talk to the girls and then telling them you got bottle service versus being in bottle service and just trying to pull them over there. Like, I mean, having a section is going to obviously bring attention, but like me personally, yeah, I'm out of there to go find the girls to bring them back, you know. And in regards to if I needed it or not, like I said, I don't need bottle service. Like I go out to the club by myself, And I'm a dance floor guy, as you know. Like, I love being on the dance floor, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the last time I went to a club and there won't no girls on the dance floor. Like, that was just
Mm-hmm.
my take on that. I'm like, I do believe bottle service is increased, but I'm like, I'm not afraid to talk to women. Like, you know, most guys don't like that rejection or nah, I'm not interested. Like, just keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
we gonna transition to why guys fail. That's why I said that, because I think a lot of people would look at this take and be like, yeah, man, bottle service is getting in the way of us getting girls. That's really why, you know, over these last few years, it's been hard for us guys out here, because bottle service, you know, bottle service, they all the girls going to bottle service. No, that's just a cop out. And
You
so,
still leave ball service. You can still go to the dance floor.
and see, we do, right? But most dudes
Mm-hmm.
won't. They'll get bottle service and they sit their ass in bottle service and on their phones, you know, like I say, they got the gear. So, you know how we do, we be scoping around, seeing who in there, but you got different levels of guys like us who would actually leave bottle service and go
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the club, bring company back, versus, you know, being the wingman on the side. Like, you got bottle service, so bottle service is like the main guy, and then you as the guy or the wingman for bottle service, like, hey, you trying to come and get in this bottle? Hey, you and your girl trying to come chill? Like, scared to talk to girls, scary ass dudes. Like, that's just where to break down to. So why you think guys, we gonna talk about guys because we've seen this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Why are guys still struggling in 2024, in your opinion, to get girls in the club? Now, I think people saying that bottle service has changed the club scene, I think it's valid, but I don't think it's significant. Some guys do think it's significant, and I think, in my opinion, I think the guys who think it's significant may struggle to get females. You know, not in all cases, but I'm gonna say in most cases. So
Mm-hmm.
why do you think guys, we're gonna start with the guys who don't have bottle service, and then we're gonna start with the guys who do have bottle service and struggle, because I think, as we've seen, it's a very, very sad thing to watch a guy who have bottle service not be able to get no girls. I think that's the craziest thing to watch in the club as a guy, is to see other guys have bottle service and can't get no girls. So for the
Mm-hmm.
guys who in the club that don't got bottle service, you know, since bottle service has changed the game, why do you think they
Mm-hmm.
struggle to get females?
So this is my opinion of observing, and also things I've observing, watching people interact with others.
Respect.
To be honest with you, man, I think it's not just dudes who don't have bottle service and who has it. I think dudes nowadays are more insecure than they've ever been,
I agree.
and
Ooh, oh,
like
hey, yo,
that's just it, man.
hey, the ladies probably watching this. They probably like, preach on. I like him. You probably
Bro.
just won some girls over, but you gotta elaborate, because you know you just piss some guys off.
So
So you got to elaborate. That's crazy.
all right, man. So check out this. Dudes, well, let me speak on this first. Dudes feel they need bottle service because they need to be able to flex, right?
Mm,
They want to be able to show something without showing themselves because sometimes insecurities, right? They's like, all right, well, maybe if I flash this or flash that, I got bottle service, maybe that's going to attract them instead of using your personality, instead of approaching them the correct way.
the
So I
correct.
think
What's the
that's a big part of
what's the
it.
correct way?
Don't be a dick. But just don't be a dick. I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Like, so for example, like I seen a dude very recently. He basically, a girl was walking past, and he's like, "Yo, I got these bands," and she's like, "Oh no, thank you." He's like, "Man, all right, f you then, blah blah." Blah. Bro, that right there is a pure sign of like insecurity. If you feel you have to flash money
I agree.
before you even say hello, bro, there's like you're already showing your true colors.
I agree.
Like
I
you feel
agree.
you have to flash this to obtain that person instead of just coming off respectfully. Even if you approach a girl and you get shot down, so what? Like that's it. Like your dudes are afraid to get shot down, so they feel they have to show money or like expensive clothing to obtain a girl. And that's why sometimes they get bottle service because they feel like, oh, I can show her a good time. She can come my bottle service. This will attract her more. And then just saying hi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, shoot your shot. If you get a shot down, so be it. You can still be like, all right, well, have a nice day. You've seen it personally. Like, I've been
Yeah.
shot down, but because I'm like, all right, well, have a nice day. 2 minutes later, that same person come right back. Like, it
Yeah.
happens.
Indeed.
But then again, like, you have dudes getting shot down on a routine basis, and they take it personal. Like, they're afraid to be personally attacked. And why? Because they're insecure. And anytime they get rejected, they're like, oh, what you mean you don't want me? Right. You might smell funny. You might got bad breath. Who knows? But they take it so personal.
Well, I was about to say, I did ask you to elaborate. Those is you just named. I said, why do you think guys get rejected? And you said because they insecure. And I asked you to, explain that. And you just went in deep. I don't even know if you realized you were trying to. So basically, you just said dudes are afraid of rejection because they don't know how to take a no personal, or they take no personally. They got to flex because it's covering up an insecurity. Then you said the insecurities could be that they smell bad, that they don't know how to approach. So you just said a whole lot in that whole little segment.
Bro, watching mostly I work with kids in their 20s, and watching how they approach women, how they talk about women, bro, it's so sad. Oh man, I talked to this girl and she ain't trying to come over at 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, bro, that's on you. That's not on her. Why are you bashing her? You take it personal because she ain't trying to drive 40 miles at 2:00 in the morning, and you feel like it's her fault and she's in the wrong. Nah, man, she's one. You might not be that good in bed. Just saying. But just say it. It's not worth a 40-minute drive at 2:00 in the morning. Stop taking it. It just is what it is.
Yo. Boy, you a fool. All right. Okay.
But you can tell, man. You were in Vegas, man. You had to do like you said earlier. They just want to sit and watch. They just want to sit and watch, and they're so afraid to shoot their shot. Or you want to use materials or money to obtain a girl or a VIP section. They rather use that than just not being a dick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I need to capture myself. Hold on. Oh man, I'm gonna let you own that segment. I ain't gonna lie to you. You said a lot of what I was gonna say.
But I don't get it, man. I can go on a rant about this. Shoot your shot, and if you come up respectful, man, the girl you may be trying to hit on may reject you, but a person, depending on if they're watching you, all right, well, he took it kind of nice. She might roll up on you, knowing you're not going to be all right, well, F you then.
It's funny as hell because it's true. That's why it's funny. It is. We've seen a lot of guys like this, and females they see guys like this all the time. So that's why it's hilarious. I mean, it's the truth, and that's why we do on this podcast. We keep it a buck, and I want those folks like you, my guy who close to me and others, we keep it real. Whether it hurt you or not, take notes and learn, because you just spoke a lot of facts. A lot of guys do flex more than trying to get to know a female. Because if you're trying to holler at a girl, you got to know something about her. What her fit look like, what her eyeshadow. I'm not finna sit here and break down my whole science of getting to women because it's really not that hard. But at least evaluate the female. If you ask me what I think is the biggest struggle for guys getting women, I think it's two factors. And the ladies not gonna like the first one, but I'm gonna start with them. I love my ladies. Number one, I think the quality of women nowadays are worse than ever. I think guys are worse than ever, but I think the quality of women are worse than ever. We're in a society where social media has destroyed society. So girls is getting BBLs, mommy makeovers, all these extra large lip fillers. They looking like clowns. They looking like all kind of crazy shit. But because of social media, they got all these followers. They get these brand deals. They're nothing special. They all looking about the same. But these dudes, like you say, are worse than ever. And so they gassed them up worse than ever. When we was growing up, or when we started hitting Vegas, women were more in a natural state. Surgery wasn't that big of a thing. Some chicks had it, but it was nothing like it. Now, it's more common for chicks to be fake than they are to be natural. Whereas when we was growing up, you were running into more natural women. And so I say that because women are still women. They still the same now as they was when we was growing up. Their bodies have just changed. And because their bodies have changed, it's brought more entitlement. And most dudes don't know how to handle entitled women. Because at the end of the day, if you're a man and you know how to handle a woman, whether she's entitled or not entitled, she's still a female. And like you said, it's the simple premises. Hey, how you doing? How's your night going? Or you look nice. Just the simple shit. I always tell everybody with everything in life, it's the little things that matter. And for y'all dudes don't know how to get females, I'm gonna just say it. It's the little things that matter. It don't matter how big her ass is, it's probably fake. It don't matter how big them watermelons is, 9 times out of 10 they probably fake, and her lips probably not fake neither. They walk in the club with their face on that's powdered up. That's not their face. Like, there's not much for you to be intimidated about. Know who you are. If you ugly, you ugly. We all have some type of flaw. But accept your flaws and just be you. Now, if you, like you said, if a guy naturally a dick, then hey, be a natural dick. You're not gonna have that much success with females, you know, because females, most good quality females don't like guys that are dick. Now, there's a lot of toxic relationships. So I'm not gonna say girls don't like dicks, because they do. The toxic girls, they like them type of dudes. And so I think my second part, because that was part A, with the quality of women are not the same, so the quality of men are not the same, so it's worse. You know, if the quality was better on both sides, the success rate would be higher. But when you don't know how to talk to people who don't even know who they are, it's worse.
Bro, it's so true though, because like, even when, I think the last time we were in Vegas, you know, I was out there with my girl. I was watching guys shoot their shots, and bro, they get so upset. Not like they're like, not almost to the point to where they're like, oh man, she shot me down. Like visually upset, like they're angry. Like, how dare that chick tell me no?
Yeah.
I pulled up on her like, so what? She told me no. But it's to me, it's so discouraging watching like other guys, like, to feel like you have to be borderline disrespectful to think that you feel that that's how girls want to be approached. Because if girls, that's all they feel, how dudes are going to be, how are they going to be? All dudes want to be a dick. All dudes going to be disrespectful. Well, I'm just going to pick the better of the dicks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, so you agree, you 100% spot on with that. And now that it came back to me, because I for sure just drew a blank. My second part of why I think the struggle is dudes go after women out of their league. Like, if we being real, like, when you know who you are and you know what type of women you like the type of women you like, you should know what those women like, or what type of men attract those women. So, for example, I was talking about these Instagram girls, bruh. The toxic chicks, all you got to do, like the flashy, fly guys, gonna get those Instagram girls because all they want is anything that's gonna bring them money, but they not good quality women. But good quality women want good quality men, and you gotta approach them and come at them a certain type of way. So how you was like, dudes be trying to flash money, or like, you know, show off like they got this money, or trying to use material things to draw attention. I think that is the worst than it's ever been. And I think a lot of guys, as we've seen in the club, you can, like, for me, I'm not even to sound cocky or arrogant. Like, I just have a gift of being able to read people, especially women, just by looking at them. And we've talked to enough females just by being able to look at them to know what type of female they is. Like, oh yeah, is she the one with an attitude? Oh, she the one who want all the attention? Oh, she quiet and chill? She might be the more approachable one. Like, dudes want to go after the baddest girl in every group. And it's like, when you go after the baddest girl in every group, like, if you not that guy, if you not confident, you don't know how to talk to women, you gonna fail. And like, we be in Vegas all the time, and we see it all the time. We all know who the attractive females is, but the difference is you got to know the difference between the attractive Instagram model and the attractive good female. And when you, like a guy, as you say, who insecure, or you not confident in yourself on how to talk to women, it don't matter if you got bottle service. It don't matter if you see her at the bar or is she in the middle of the dance floor. If you don't know how to talk to a female, you're going to get rejected. That's just what it is. And I think even with guys being in bottle service, I think this applies to guys in bottle service too. Like, females not going to just come to your table because you got bottle service. Like, bottle service is going to intrigue them to talk to you. You know, it'll be a conversation starter. But if you don't know what your quality, or if you don't know the women that are in your league, you're going to get rejected. And a lot of guys, you and I both have seen, be like, oh, he finna go talk to her. Oh, he finna get rejected. And like you say, they get rejected and then they got an attitude. It's because you don't know, one, how to talk to women, and two, you don't understand what your level of woman is, like the type of woman that you attract. So I think that's the second biggest thing, between the quality of women nowadays just being worse than ever, and the era of guys we in, top tier fuckboys. Like, these guys who do know how to approach women don't know how to decipher between the types of women, so they going after the wrong women. Like, that's what I think the other issue with guys nowadays, and I think it's in
I can see that.
that translates to bottle service. Like that's, I know we was gonna say what's the difference between guys trying to get girls without bottle service and bottle service, and I just really truthfully think they go both hand in hand. Like dudes need to learn how to talk to women, but they also need to learn how to approach certain type of women. Like if you can't look at the way a woman dressed and the way she dancing and looking to tell that she not an attention seeking female, like that's your problem as a guy. And if you can't look at a female who look mature or she look like she's dressed to have a good time, but like she not carrying herself like she want attention, but you approach her like, you know, you think she a top tier model or something like that, with that wannabe game dudes be spitting, and you know, again, that falls on the guy. Guys just got to learn how to read females. I don't think bottle service has any effect or impact on that at all. So that's my take on why dudes is struggling.
But like I mean, like you said, like I said, and I pretty much hit on the point. Dudes will use ball service to flex, but really, it all kind of happens to deal with how the guys also approach the women, and also how can they approach them being secure with themselves. Like, hey, saying, hey, you reject me, I'm cool with it, I'll move along, but also not feeling like they have to sell the chick even before they even speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you have to have a nice appearance to you, but not so much like, all right, she gonna see me over here. She gonna see me in the ball service. She gonna want me. Girl, she don't give a fuck about you.
At all. Because I think dudes be forgetting, like, they not the only dude in the club or the only group of dudes in the club with bottle service. It's like, yeah, as a guy, there's competition on the floor. Like, when you just get in the club, when you buy the bar on the dance floor with no table, you got to compete with the dudes in bottle service, and then you got to compete with the dudes who don't have bottle service. But then even if you do got bottle service, you got to compete with the dudes who got bottle service. You know what I'm saying? It become a game of, all right, we both got a table, now what? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the boys differ from the men. Because as a man, if you got bottle service and you know how to holler at women, and you a boy and don't know how to holler at women, and you just think you going, you know, flex your way to females, you know, that's really where it distinguishes. But I can see why most guys, you know, and I appreciate you coming on here talking to me about this. We're going to wrap this up soon. And I appreciate you. Like I said, we've been doing bottle service for a long time, but I really think that's what a lot of guys who look at bottle service in a negative way when it comes to getting women, like, overlook, is the fact that at the end of the day, it don't matter if you got bottle service or not. You need to know how to talk to women. Like, that's just what it is. If you can't talk to females, you just can't talk to females. You can have a table, like you said, and have all the jewels on. You could have the grills. You know, you could be fresh to death. You know, just came out the LV store and the Gucci store. You know what I'm saying? Bag, strap, and everything. And you still ain't gonna get no females. Because what a lot of dudes don't realize is the good quality women look at them type dudes as fuck boys. So the more designer and stuff you got on, that's going to attract a certain type of female. And that's why I said guys got to learn the difference between these Instagram baddies and a real good quality woman. Because all of these Instagram baddies are not good quality women, you know. And I myself don't even want no Instagram baddie. Like, if a chick on Instagram heavy, she can go ahead and keep it pushing. Like, I'll chop it up with her, say what's up, but I don't want nothing to do with her, especially long term, because she living for the wrong reasons. When you living for the bag and the flex on social media, because it's like, what's going to happen to you if social media crash? Like, your life going to crash, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and them not the type of females to go at long term. Now, if you just trying to knock something off for the night, then hey, you know, just learn how to talk to females. Table or not, you good to go.
My last little thoughts, man, like, just to get a little backstory. One of the last few times I went out, like, there was like, I think it was like 1:50 in the morning, right before the bars about to close. I spoke to this one chick. Had my lead, wasn't trying to approach her. I just simply asked her how her night was. Right. But her face dropped. She said the entire night she was out, not one dude asked her how her night was. All the dudes were trying to talk to her. But that just tries to show you, like, no dude is really approaching the women how they should approach them. Like, you can ask them, hey, how's your night? Well, it's like, oh shit, he's actually interested in me, not just like, you know what I'm saying?
How they knock them off. Yeah.
That goes a long way.
Yeah.
That goes a long way, man. And I sat and thought about it, like, you know what, that happened to me a few times in Vegas too, where I'd pull up on a chick, like, hey, what you drinking? How's your night? And then every time they have this, like, this dumb look on their face, like, what'd you ask me? How's your night? And it's like a shock, like, oh shit.
Because you know how to talk. You know how to talk to a female, like, you know, that it's the simple stuff. Now, for those of y'all guys who low key might be like, bro, how do you talk to women? So how do you approach a woman? What would you say? I'm not giving y'all my game. You know, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really have game. I just use common sense and logic and respect. especially with us being from the South. You know, we like to treat our women with respect. So that's just really my approach to females. Just be respectful. But, you know, y'all can figure it out. Y'all on social media enough. You can do some research on how to talk to women. You can pay me. Anybody want to learn how to talk to females can pay me. I got enough females that I'm cool with, you know. They know what's up. You know, you my guy. You got a lady that's gonna be long term. So clearly you know what you're doing. Shout out to you for chopping up. Hopefully y'all guys learn something. Ladies, don't feel no type of way about y'all not being good quality women. That's not all. I tell y'all, everything is majority. Unless I say all, which I didn't, it just goes to the majority. Don't let the Instagram be fooling folk. Bottle service in cause you in North Carolina, I'm out here in Cali. And that's how we gonna end it on this tape. It's because is bottle service worth it or not? People love asking us. We've been doing bottle service forever. $250 for a bottle in your local city. Like if you want to get a section, they like it's $300 for a group. We'll say a group of 4 because folks don't seem to know how to break stuff down. Let's just say $300 for a bottle for a group of 4. You think that's worth it in your local city?
Probably not. Like I said, it depends on the event. If I'm just going out just to like be around people and not really trying to do too much, I could see it being more for some people. For me, probably not.
Why? Okay. Why would you say it's not worth it for you? And why would you say it's worth it for some people?
Because when I go out, normally I'm not going out just to sit at a table. I'm going out to mingle. I'm going out to walk around and people watch, not to be set in a set location and sip on one bottle. That's why for me personally, I would say no, just for my current at-home situation.
Okay. Now let's take it to Vegas. It's a group of 4 of us. Obviously, you know, people say Vegas is ridiculous in price. Group of 4 of us, say a table, bottle start about 6. So let's just say we get a table for, let's say 1,000 minimum. I'm gonna be nice for the low end people. Let's say 1,000 minimum, all in with taxi, probably about $1,450. You think it's worth for a group of 4 guys in Vegas to pay $1,400 for bottle service?
I would say majority yes, because when I go to Vegas,
that was a long ass pause. You better not be capping either. That was long as shit. What you pause?
No,
yes or no?
Because I was trying to think about this because, like I said, it depends on the scenario based. Like when we go out,
Jay, stop. Keep it general. Keep it general. Don't not personal. We speaking in general principles. So no. So you think for a group of guys, it's not worth bottle service for $1,400 in Vegas? All right. Why would you say it's not worth it? Or general principles? Yeah. Why is it not worth it?
It's just the same principle. Like, I mean, normally I feel most people go to Vegas to let go to have fun. I feel it's better to be in the environment for the vast majority of people who go to Vegas. I think that's a better atmosphere. I think it's a better experience than just going to Vegas to travel to vacation and sit at a table. I think the experience of just getting inside Vegas, mingling with the people, being on the dance floor, having that space about discourse between everyone else. For me personally, I think it's just a good experience or a better experience than giving the ball service.
Okay. All right. And y'all know I keep it 100 right here. He capping his motherfucking ass off. Do y'all know how many times we got bottle serving in Vegas? Let me jump in here and say this. If you go say that, I asked in general principle. So you, in general, I was speaking for you and the majority of people. That's why I said in general. In general, this is what I tell everybody. Because I'm not about to sit here and listen. Boy, you crazy. Is bottle service in your local city? Hold on, just let me finish. I'll let you rebuttal. In your local city, is bottle service worth $300? Absolutely. Number one, if y'all can afford it. If a group of 4 guys can't afford a $300 bottle, then bottle service not worth it for you because you can't afford it. Let's just start there. On the principle of a night, think about how many drinks you gonna get throughout the night, and then if you care about sitting down and having your own section, yeah, I think it's worth it, but I wouldn't push it because it depends on your local city. Like I wouldn't when you say it depends on the environment, yeah, it ain't worth getting bottle service everywhere. That's why I just said in general. But I think in general, in most local cities, if a group of 4 guys is going out and it's $300 for a bottle, then it could be worth it if they got the money for it. In Vegas, I ain't never finna tell nobody on the planet Earth, if you got a group of 4 guys and y'all can get a table with a bottle minimum and y'all can afford the $1,400, it's always worth it. I agree with you 100% on the premises of the Vegas experience. I would not be the guy to tell y'all to get a table and sit at the table all night. That's lame as hell. Get y'all ass up and go to the dance floor. Go to the dance floor, go out and mingle, then take y'all ass back to the table. That's the whole purpose of having a table. You don't get a table to sit at the table all night. You get at a table so you have somewhere to sit down all night. If you meet some girls, you have somewhere for them to sit down. If, as guys, you want to be bosses and be on your own time, y'all got your own private space all night. So, yes, 100%, I think bottle service is worth the price if you can afford it. Most people don't get bottle service in Vegas, truthfully, because they can't afford it. That's really what it breaks down to. It don't even be about it not being worth it. They just can't afford it. Now, I'll let you rebuttal because I know you wanted to speak back on that, but I wanted to ask in general because I get asked all this all the time. I even made a video on my main channel about bottle service. But for dudes to ask me, is bottle service worth it? And it's for y'all, and y'all trying to get girls in Vegas, and y'all got the money to get a table. Like, that's a no-brainer. Like, that just goes to tell me you must not know how to talk to females if you wondering if bottle service is worth it and you can afford it. All right, go ahead, rebuttal, and we'll get up out of here.
So you're talking about vast majority. I thought you were talking about the masses. Like, if you're talking about me personally, I like bottle service. One, because like I told you, I do want a place to sit down in between going out and mingling and doing everything else. And also, as far as the drinks wise, I wasn't considering the alcohol consumption and everything else. I was talking about the overall Vegas experience, because the Vegas experience, especially on the dance floor, does have a very lively tone to it. I think it could be more experienceful on the dance floor and also within the crowd. But if you want to go out, you and your boys want to experience it, and you can afford it, like legitimately afford it, but yeah, I could see it being definitely beneficial and in some ways more enjoyable in other areas. But for the vast majority, I can't always say that I think I'd recommend it every time, but I could definitely recommend it to a good group of people.
Yeah, and I would say every time, but for sure. Because people ask me all the time, is it worth it? And I'm like, me and you got bottles plenty of times. So that's why I just wanted to hear from your take. But talking about you want to do the Vegas experience, bro. Come on, man. Come on,
the massive amount of people, though. Like, really, the people who actually should be going out and getting bottle service is not the masses, not people who go to Vegas. Sometimes people will spend the last $20 to get bottle service, hoping they can just make it back tomorrow.
I mean, well, yeah. If you had to go to the club, you were trying to meet a girl, and you was going to the club, where would be the one place in the club you would go to talk to a female?
The bar.
The bar? Okay.
The bar.
I like that. And since you said that, I'm not going to say that. My one place would be in the middle of the dance floor.
It's between those two, but I think the bar kind of overtops us because...
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just didn't want to say the same answer. I agree, yeah. The bar would definitely be the starting point, and then I'm going to the middle of the dance floor.
And then take your ass that way.
Exactly. And if y'all dudes don't know why we said that, then y'all need to reevaluate on how to talk to women, because it's a female in here, and she just sat here and co-signed both of those. So we gonna leave that at that, man. Appreciate you for chopping it up with me on this pod, man. And man, y'all comment, share y'all thoughts. Let me know what y'all think, and shout out to everybody tuning in on YouTube and Spotify. I appreciate the support, but y'all definitely comment below, share y'all takes on this. Do y'all think that bottle service has increased and ruined the club experience, or club culture as some referred to it, or do y'all think it haven't affected anything at all? Share y'all feedback. Appreciate y'all support. Holla at y'all in the next episode.